Yes.
Guys.
Sosajima.
Well, that's the warehouse, isn't it? That background looks like the warehouse.
Why?
That is a skull. That's not a computer, right? Yeah, okay, just looked kind of weird.
Boss? What's going on here? Why did Boss kill So? Shoko was killed around 5 p.m. Friday. What was Boss doing at that time?
Unknown.
What about Saturday, 8 p.m.?
The time Renju was killed? Similarly unknown.
Iris
Yeah,
and
they're
Ota were
dead
killed
here,
at
aren't
different
they?
times.
Oh my god, I forgot.
I was watching the stream on the call with Boss.
Only the first few minutes. The polar bear had not yet appeared on stream. It is possible that she made the call from somewhere off camera.
Where was Boss's phone at the time? Check her cell records.
She did not call from a mobile phone. She used a PC. Using a VPN service, she could have accessed her Abyss PC from the warehouse and made the call.
Who did we figure was in the polar bear? It's been so fucking long since we were on this timeline.
Boss is the new Cyclops killer? Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, So. Boss killed them all?
The evidence makes that a likely possibility. So also had his left eye removed, identical to Shoko, Renju, and Iris.
Of course, we know another possible reason for that now.
Date, I know where the boss is. I have picked up her GPS.
Where?
She is now at the Sagan residence, somewhere inside Hitomi's house.
What?
I drew my gun from its holster and barged into the house.
Hitomi! Hitomi!
I called for her, but there was no reply. I didn't see Boss either.
Call Boss's phone.
On it.
Where? Other room? Inside the room. Bookshelf. Couch. Table. Kitchen counter. Oh, there it is.
The boss's phone.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Kaname Date, you were under arrest for murder.
What the hell?
Drop your weapon. Comply!
Boss, why?
Boss?
Boss, please. I will just want a smidge, a crumb of understanding.
Are you kidding me?
You're the new Cyclops killer.
What? Why do you think that?
You put a gun to So's head and pulled the trigger. I saw it with my own eye.
Shut up! Shut up! Stop lying! I could ask you the same thing. You killed Shoko Nadami, didn't you?
That's ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Don't lie. I don't know. She was gone when I got here.
Why did you come here?
Why would I tell you?
Fight!
This is going nowhere.
Are you going to fight?
I have no choice.
I recommend against it. You have zero chance of winning a firefight.
Well then, what can I do?
Let me think.
What the fuck is going on?
Date, what is that on the kitchen table? Could it be your favorite thing?
What?
The magazine.
You want me to look at a magazine now?
Just look.
It can't be. This is the stuff of legends. Only the most diehard fans have ever laid eyes on it.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Whoa! Limited edition!
Oh my, why does this have to happen every time?
What?
Date, load Evolver with firebomb bullets. Shoot at the cloud.
Is this cloud of flour about to combust?
Why?
Just do as I say, and
Am I about to be really upset? Hello? Was that all from the bullet? Or was that explosive flour?
she is probably just unconscious.
I just got an achievement that was H censored housewives in H censored.
Her right shoulder and left leg suffered damage, but she will live.
A dust explosion.
It was
huh?
actually like
Good thinking.
H asterisk 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 asterisk, by the way.
Thank you.
But you could have just had me throw the bag of flour.
That would have been too slow. To improve your reaction time, I had to improvise.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's have a look. Hey, this is just a cooking magazine.
Boss is still unconscious. However, her brainwaves are stable. Syncing with her shouldn't be an issue.
Date, talking to her would be pointless.
Yeah, I did kind of wonder why you were doing
You
that.
do know that, don't you?
Just put me in. I decided to sync with her. Yeah, I get that. Tommy still hasn't been found. I have a bad feeling about this, but there's a good chance Boss knows where she is. How could I get that information? Getting into her head would definitely be the quickest way. That's why I brought her here. So get in the fucking machine, dude. Yeah, I know. What? Get in the fucking machine. Pewter? Talk to him, I guess?
I had him put back behind bars.
Nufuchu prison.
That's right. I couldn't keep him here. She has broken her right shoulder, as well as the fibula of her
Oh, I
left
thought that
leg.
was just a weird texture thing.
But her brain is perfectly healthy. You can sync with her. Because I know that the boss is my enemy, I got the video from Iba. I processed it and found that it showed no sign of tampering or editing, which means there can be no mistake. The boss shot and killed So Sejima after pulling out his left eye. That makes the odds of her being the culprit behind
Well,
the other murders very high.
The eye thing wasn't actually
She had
seen.
accomplices. Either way, she's a criminal.
Yeah, you're one to talk, aren't you, you nasty crime boy?
That's why I am cooperating with you, Special Agent Dante.
You nasty crime boy.
I want it as bad as you do. The truth.
Pewter, are the preparations done?
Ready anytime.
Let's get started.
Dante.
I know. 6-minute time limit. I'll be back before time's up.
Well then, let's begin.
I would like a crumb of understanding, a smidge of context behind these events. Here we are again. Oh.
Time to loosen up.
Do you always have to come in like that?
It is of the utmost importance.
I don't know, this is a slight deviation, I feel.
At a time like this?
Times like this are perfect. Anyway, it appears to be an abandoned factory of some kind.
What could Boss be hiding here?
Somnium scan. Activate.
Can you please stop doing that? Okay. Let's see, open the first door.
A rusted metal door.
With pick? Put pick. We don't have a pick though, do we? That's a lot of time.
A rusted...
Break lock.
Break the lock with that.
Roger.
Oh, it does.
I will try.
I'm blind as fuck. Holy shit. Yo, she is doing it. Oh my gosh, she is cooking.
It worked.
Excellent job.
All right, open it.
Jingle jangle.
Several keys have fallen.
One of them must be the right one.
I do not have time to try all of them.
Hopefully there's some kind of
Squeakers.
sign.
Oh, they're okay.
Indeed.
Okay. Probably the one with the pick, right?
It's a key. The ice pick is next to this key. It appears to be correct.
That's what I said.
The tag is labeled A.
I was right. Give me some credit.
That must mean you can use this key for something labeled A.
Come on.
Good talk.
Agent Dante, you've got 4 minutes.
Yeah, that was a pretty chunky time investment right there.
A door that looks like the Anywhere door.
Huh?
Perhaps we can use the key I just picked up.
Yeah, try that.
It opened.
We in there.
Odd. Isn't this the 3rd floor? What is going on here?
Looks like the floors are connected in a weird way.
Quite the troublesome dream.
Please. This is child's play compared to that fucking forest. Okay, have a little bit of a camera problem there. Door B.
A door with...
I don't like that you're gonna make me pick up a ×3. But there's nothing else to interact with, is there? Alright.
A door.
Maybe just tackle it.
Well, that was easy.
It was.
Pleasantly surprised.
This is the second floor, but it is clearly not the door I just opened.
It's like a maze. I have to remember what door goes where.
Please don't do this to me. Alright. Tackle again.
That was easy.
It what? Oh, we're on the second floor again.
We leave the second floor and come right back to it? This is confusing.
We're making good progress, I feel.
A bookshelf. There is an obvious wire tied to it.
So slide in the this is a little time intensive.
It is no use. I am not powerful enough to move it.
So, you're too weak. Got it.
True.
Yes, you're right. I am too weak.
Well, now it's just sad.
Oh, sorry, Iba.
God
No,
damn.
it's all right. It is the
Oh,
truth.
God fucking damn it.
I am just a lowly artificial intelligence.
Fine,
A
Jesus.
bookshelf.
You have 3 minutes.
Investigate.
Other than the wire tied to it, it is a normal shelf. Also, it appears that there is a door behind it.
To move the shelf, we need to...
So, I'm having trouble seeing this wire, dude. It's going over to here. Ah,
An oil drum hung with...
push. Tremendous. So, slide in the gap was just like,
That door.
why even have that option there?
A rusted metal...
Oh. You know, I'm having some reservations about that. Maybe we'll come back to you later. Fucking hell. Alright, this was behind doors. Okay, I can't go through that. Okay. What about E?
Door E...
Oh. I see. Do you go to the other one? Alright, this had a 1 second timey tied to it, though. That's what we need.
A rust...
Oh, it's gonna make me pick up a ×10, dude. I guess I can just open that door again over there. Excellent form. Not how I expected this to be going down.
This again.
So we can't just grab one. We have to be careful.
You have less less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
I wonder if I'm gonna get fucked because I used that other 1 second timey.
Whoa! This is not it.
Is the time on the clock relevant?
It would be quite the simple
Or they just want us to think that?
trip.
So... What time did Renju die? This is so long ago. Renju. This doesn't have the time of death on it. Appendix? No. Album? No. Oh, I see. When did Renju die, dude? This is the cork board, isn't it? Fuck me. I don't remember what time Renju died. This is gonna be trial and error.
It's a key with the hands indicate. Is this the correct?
Saturday night at 8 matches
Okay.
Renju's estimated time of death.
Dude, that was so fucking long
It's
ago.
written on the tag.
Alright.
I will try the key.
Yeah, try it.
Controller.
It opened. This door too.
So, control panel, pipe. What can we do with the panel?
Rows of monitor.
Alright.
This appears to be old. I believe this computer controls the factory's electronics. It appears to require a key to activate.
Typical. There's nothing over there. What happens? Okay.
A broken pipe.
So, I'm going to pick kick under the assumption that will turn it towards the door. I am a genius.
Oh, it's just as I calculated.
It actually was how I calculated, though. I am a genius.
You were surprised.
Has my lip
admit it.
syncing broken? Yes, it has. God, hold on. Okay. Okay. Ah, another controller. God damn it. Okay.
A rusted metal door.
As I expected.
I think I can open this door.
Nice to meet you. Okay, because it's an ice cutting machine, and she's gonna be killed by the ice cutting machine. Yeah. It's funny.
This key has control panel written.
Control panel? The one right there?
Seems likely.
Rows of.
Investigate first to get rid of that.
Rosa.
Less than 1 minute.
There.
Hurry.
Oh,
So?
I see. If we move the scaffold, a new route appears.
Okay, let's move it.
Road.
Press switch.
Hey, it got stuck.
This button is indeed the one needed to move the
Huh. There might be another.
So rotate first.
It shrunk.
Not what I expected it to do.
Rose.
Oh.
I see. Road.
This is a little more involved than the other ones were.
Extended.
Now we can use the route to door B.
I just need to open the B door. Oh god, okay. So we have to go back down. I should have used the timey on that. We haven't got much left.
Date. 30
So
seconds.
not back over here. You're A. Is B down? No. Oh no, you're C.
Door.
And you're B,
Date.
yes.
You're out of
Door B.
time.
Before I move, I don't think... Yeah, okay. Am I gonna be able to do that? Do it from this checkpoint? Or do I need to go back another one? This is key have. Investigate. Insert.
Less than 1 minute.
Rotate. Switch. Rotate. Timey. This is gonna be pretty tight still.
Date. 30 seconds.
Mm. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it from that checkpoint.
Time.
Tackle.
The first floor. This is the first time we've been here.
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll.
Alright. Cord.
A power cord.
Get shocked? I guess use a timey, but it seems a little redundant.
Date, we've known each other for a long time. I know that you are joking, but could you please consider the appropriate time and place?
You're seriously lecturing me right now?
Excuse me?
Sorry, man.
Is kick really fundamentally different?
Date, there is no...
You know, it seems like kick should lead to the same result, really, but, you know, it was a 50-50 shot. Alright, at least there is enough time. Just barely, but just barely is good enough. I used the wrong one. Back it up. Have to first investigate, then do it.
I sent one.
Okay. Kick.
If this were pointed in a different direction, something might happen to the door. No, this is different. That won't work this.
God damn it. Life is so hard. Oh, I have to restart from the beginning? God. Fine. Okay, I was much more efficient this time. Climb up. Real.
I passed through it. It must not be.
Well, tackle.
Ready?
I guess it was possible to intuit that part.
Whoa! This Somnium is awfully dangerous.
Hey, that door.
Man, what a difficulty spike.
A rusted. I'm going to open it.
That's the only Somnium where you actually have, like, there's a degree of, like, planning you have to do beforehand. Like, to do it, like, I had to go and, like, get rid of a bunch of timies. The first thing to not waste time, I had to get one early. There was a lot of back and forth on that.
Aiba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At once.
Why? Oh, cameras. Well, she doesn't see that one as herself, though. Ah. What? Really? Damn. Okay. None of them were the same person? They were all different people?
What the hell is going on?
It was a long chain?
Date, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up.
Wait! Hitomi is...
Date, you can't go any longer! Force shutdown!
No!
Oh, this is a textbook. I received an answer and it just made things more complicated situation. Now it turns out that everyone who died was murdered by the next, like, somebody murdered somebody, then got murdered by somebody else, then that murderer got murdered by somebody else. It's just, what the fuck is going on, dude? again, I've received an answer, and now I'm even more confused. Why was this long chain of people involved? What the fuck's going on?
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Sejima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body.
Dude.
But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface.
Explain.
But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit, one person, and that person is...
So, where are you deciding this from?
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki?
But she's got both eyes.
There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
Wait, did we find that out in this timeline?
Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
Did we find this out in this timeline? But I feel like the first time I heard about it was so much later.
I don't know where it started.
We didn't learn that here, did we? We didn't learn that until we did like the second branch at the beginning, I thought.
But at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's.
Is Date perceiving
Got
more
rid of
than one
Shoko's body.
timeline?
After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body, inside her head.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
But... did we really find out about the body swap in this timeline? I feel like Date shouldn't have that information. And... so... but those people weren't missing their eyes like that sync machine requires.
Saito. Saito Sejima. Congressman Sejima's son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I can't...
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite. The one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories. I'm telling you, it was me. Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
How? How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? And something else was troubling me.
What's going on here?
Are we in Saito's body right now? Is Date's body originally Saito's?
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of.
The first sync machine I wasn't questioning so much because it was in the background of that door in the Somnium. That I did think it was odd, but it was seen in that dream. But yes, how do you know this part?
Why is that?
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal.
Controller. Please. Please. I beg. Controller. Did my lip syncing just break again? Okay. Yo, come on, please.
If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
So, Date does perceive multiple timelines?
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. If we think of that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki. Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive. Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out. Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job, and when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone,
Speaking
I
of,
took
remember
his
to stay
car and drove to
hydrated.
my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50.
Date also seems unsurprised to have just found out that Iris was related to So.
By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day. This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m. There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions.
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
I knew. The prototype your sync machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Yeah, but why did... so... they didn't... do they not both need to take out an eye? Travel down the optic nerve into the brain. The prototype machine isn't so advanced to perform a sync. You need to remove the left eye. Manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from their socket. Otherwise the cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. Oh my god. That story that Ota talked about was actually relevant in the long run. Oh my god. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. The eye is supposed to be placed back in the socket. Side effects are rare. Ah.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway. Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss.
Oh, I guess he wouldn't be surprised because he was talking to Saito right now. I see. I was just... You know, I was thinking of Iris still.
Their stomachs, I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Oh, God, the other options disappeared. God damn it.
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. We always wind up in the same place, don't we? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
But then who's Date?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date? That's what I've been telling you!
So who am I?
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it.
Okay. That all comes together. I thought, you
You
know,
must have increased your dosage too much.
this was all very obvious.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89. The original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned, only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That must be it.
What the fuck?
Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. Pewter must have known that.
No way.
So we are 89, correct?
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris. And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before Shoko?
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital. But I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan. Using Shoko's body, I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you. In that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Why did the first switch happen?
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body.
So we are 89.
In other words,
That's... am I real?
Okay. Yes, yes, it's all coming together.
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me, and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iva, where's the source?
it is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
If we do it now, Date can perceive multiple timelines. It seems like if we do it now, we'll know where she is for the next time.
Date!
See, I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Date?
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back!
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What?
It's okay. We now have the information.
Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it.
Be seeing you.
I guess that'll also work.
Date, are you alright?
Iba's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy, a heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. It felt like my throat was closing up and I was struggling to breathe. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, Hitomi, Boss. The flesh remains, the mind is lost.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
The words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who or where or why, but I thought that if there really was such a world, then me, in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
I prayed that I could. I felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. That's fair enough. But now... Annihilation route, damn. True enough. But now... But why can he see multiple timelines? So there's something going on outside, isn't there? Like, there's something else. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Interrogation room. It's hard to explain exactly what I mean. Wait, no. Yes, interrogation room. Do you think this is the selection point? Because I want to go back and say no now and see what happens. Oh, I can ask these other questions now.
Ah, the prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
Why?
To harass you.
Fair enough.
I wanted to bring out the hatred in you. That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they? I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
Alright. Now let's just whiz through, say no, and see if we can save scum in character. Which certainly seems like what it's building up to. So there must be something going on, like, outside of this, if Date is actually gaining information from multiple timelines. Is this just like the quantum suicide theory taken to the absolute extreme or something? Oh god. Yeah. Big revelations. There be the bombs. No.
Date, I'm hurt. Don't you care about what happens to her? Do you understand the gravity of this situation? A bomb is strapped to her body. You're too stubborn. Or maybe you're just cold-hearted. You want to see what will happen when her flesh burns and tears.
Was this a fake choice?
If you aren't quick, you'll see the whole thing. You know I'm not bluffing, don't...
I didn't agree, no matter how many times he demanded it of me. I refused again and again. Fair enough. And when I saw it, I understood. Boss's body rolled into the corner of the room. I didn't want to think anymore. Not anything. Nothing. I closed my eyes and ran my palm across my face. I could taste blood. Fair enough. Yeah, sure, I'll save. Why not? Alright. I didn't even get an achievement for that. How cringe. Alright. Back over to the other side.